Hello, League. We are here with a full cast this time for our weekly review preview video deal. As you can hear clunking away, Joey Smock is here. Say hello, Joey.
Oh, hello.
And sitting there in silence, as you can tell, is Chris. Say hello, Chris.
Hi, League.
He's also here. We finally have three people. Because unlike someone we know, when Chris says he shows up, he'll actually show up for a video. So,
Oh,
anyways, Bilal Powell.
Yikes.
So nothing news happened worthy. No one's screaming about anything besides actual football. So that's a nice, refreshing change of pace. So there is no news. So we're gonna jump straight into the review video, the review portion of the video, I should say. Starting with the very topsy turvy matchup of me and Mr. Joseph Smock himself.
Has Todd Gurley says topsy turvy matchup. Yep.
According to the recap screen right here, Monday's Night's Watch overcame negative points to beat Not Collusion. Stop
He hadn't
security.
played yet. He had 3 touchdowns and Lily didn't even touch
That's
the field for
literally
40
the
minutes.
definition of topsy turvy is when something changes, and
I disagree.
it was
It was
literally the
never
worst it could be.
he just played in the afternoon. That's the only reason it was topsy turvy.
You were beating me by 40 points, and he scored 30. So, a little bit it helped, but he didn't do it all by himself.
Doesn't matter. Todd Gurley wins leagues.
Yeah, you also had Mike Thomas, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Spoiler alert, Mike Thomas might be the number one fucking wide receiver in fantasy football this year.
Shit, him and Tyreek, maybe.
Yeah, him and Tyreek, yeah, for sure.
Shit, Djax has 275 and 3 touchdowns, so who
Yeah.
fucking knows?
Let's
Fitz magic, baby!
see. I picked him up in another league.
Best ball.
Benches and stuff. I could have started Hogan over Jarvis Landry, but why would I do that? Question mark.
Yeah, we had
Um,
go down by like fucking 3 touchdowns in the first half, so
yeah, yeah, indeed. Let's see here. Anything else of note? You didn't have anyone that would have scored you more. Oh, I guess if you would have started Marshawn Lynch over either of them, but yeah, you lost Mixon this
I
week.
lost both running backs, and that's the reason I lost this week. They both got hurt mid game, and we're like, all right, that's nice. So,
Yeah, that's definitely not bueno.
oh, and that and Ben Roethlisberger doesn't know how to throw a touchdown to Antonio Brown. There's that too. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh, I guess Philip Lindsay too. Or did you pick? That's a new pickup, right?
oh, I had him.
Adam? Yeah, other than that,
Yep.
there's not much to
I'm
talk
not
about.
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna bench either one of. I'm not gonna bench McCoy and Mixon for Lynch and Lindsay any day of the week. So,
Yeah,
fortunately,
Chris,
this week I have to. But
you got to witness the matchup firsthand. Do you have any other words?
You're definitely not gonna start Hogan over Landry there. Some person might, but it's Jacksonville's defense. It's hard to start a guy against them.
True. I agree. Should we go to the highest scoring team of the week this week, which would be Broken Romo, my cousin. Remember when he was drafting and we were all laughing at him? Remember when he kept Cam Newton and we all laughed at him? Anyways, Broken Romo crushed Hooked on a Thielen by 25 points, scoring 150, which I think is our highest total so far of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, but we laughed at him because when is AJ Green ever gonna get 3 touchdowns ever again? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was a pretty wild start. Juju might be
Yeah.
the actual number one wide receiver in Pittsburgh. Kenyon Drake scored a tutty. Things fell. Yeah, a lot of things fell into place for him this week.
Yeah. his whole team pretty much hit, excluding Tyler Eifert and the kicker. So, but that makes up for it obviously because he had fucking 150 points.
Yeah, Greg the Leg missed out on his Greg the Leg. The two Gregs, one leg is now like two Gregs, one
Hurt
groin,
nutsack, is that what Greg said?
one
Hurt
grain.
nutsack?
Yeah, did he tear his nutsack? I believe was the terminology he used. I mean, he's got Thielen, he's got Gordon, he's got. I mean, Julio didn't really show up. I mean, everyone else on this team showed up besides Greg Zerlane and Julio. So I mean, would have been enough to bridge the gap, maybe. But
Yeah, Melvin Gordon had 3 touchdowns, but
when your opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 players score 20 plus points, it's really hard to win a fucking football game. If you would have started Kirk Cousins and Amari Cooper in his flex, he would have caught up. But I mean, you're not gonna fucking start Amari Cooper.
over Tevin Coleman when
I
Freeman's
would.
down. No way. Yeah.
I would have started Kirk though. I think over Drew Brees. Cleveland's defense is no joke. Y'all need to stop fucking hating on that. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys feel like needs to be discussed here? Yes,
I
no.
think all the correct choices were made. Just didn't work out.
Just sucks when you lose.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. Speaking of sucks, Steve's game where he lost to Ryan. Our vulnerable Taco himself is 0-2. It's very disappointing. And he would not be 0-2 if he would have started Patrick Mahomes. We would have had a literally KC versus Pittsburgh mashup at a quarterback. If that was the
I mean, I
case.
guess from now on, I mean, like, Mahomes is your one. That guy's
Yeah,
unreal right now.
you have to start him, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
You never, yeah, you don't bench him ever.
he's gonna
It's
lose
just-
at Jay this week, though. But,
Oh, is he actually out?
yeah, all rumors point to there, but that's for a couple minutes from now, so we'll worry about that later. Chris Carson sucks at football. Jordan Reed exists. Yeah, man, this was a pretty sloppy game by both teams. There's a lot of not points on the board. You know what I mean?
There was Big Ben Roethlisberger, and that's all that mattered.
I think it's time to get rid of Sanu, Steve.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think
I
he's
started Sanu again. Oh,
I-
God.
who he was gonna start Pierre Garcon instead. Who got him 5 more points. It's time to scour the waiver wire for some wide receivers, Stevie.
Wasn't Sanu your last pick, anyways?
I have no idea.
Just whatever.
Oh, and
I'm a-
this. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say he's gonna have more time on his hands, so he can maybe get figured out.
Oh, the Jets just blocked a punt. Lovely. Putting on the fits, beaten by no Bush, more Johnson. Has he been harassing you all week at work, Chris?
Just Monday. He gave me shit on Monday.
Eric, you need to step it up. You need to just small kicks to the testicles. It works every time. But
He's being a good sport, dude.
well, fuck that. We'll let Chris talk about his matchup here since he had some up close and personal time with it.
Yeah. So I pretty much literally lost on the pick 6 on Monday night. That's pretty much what did it.
Oh,
That was like at least a 10-point swing because it's however many points for Chicago's defense and then -1 or 2 for Russell.
6-2.
Damn.
So that's an 8-point swing.
Yeah, so
you lose because of that.
that's
Yeah, you actually
literally it. Russell, even though Russell had a shitty night, that particular play was the one. So
That was the
Bruh,
bigger.
his line is fucking so bad.
yep,
That line in
it's been
Seattle.
bad for years.
Well, I know that, but like it looks just like
Yeah,
like I have autism and it looks worse than that. Like I'm just saying. I'm
It
just being honest
looks.
right here.
It looks bad.
I mean, I had players that did all right, but
I mean,
the 17 points from the defense is that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Khalil Mack, man. Everyone said he wasn't gonna be that big of a factor. I
Dude's a
laughed at
fucking
that.
game changer. Shit.
CMC
He is the new Urlacher, man.
CMC is literally carrying fucking Eric.
Yeah, he had 100 yards and 14 receptions. Yeah, that's 17 points right there.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, CMC. I was like, wait a minute, who's CMC again?
Yeah.
The white dude.
Adrian Peterson put up a stinker for me. I mean, it was a good matchup, and have not much depth right now because a lot of teams is either hurt or suspended. So
Yeah. Well, the other thing is Alex Smith could never get the ball going. Like they never found a rhythm, so it's not
yeah,
like
what
AP's
was it?
fault.
What was the final score? Like 21-7 or something.
Something
21 to
like that.
9.
21-9.
It was a weird fucking game. Like I think they got like that early pick, and then like you're like, oh, Andrew Luck's probably gonna fall apart, and then he just kind of like methodically won, and I was just like, oh, okay, that was
Andrew
awesome.
Luck is still good.
Never said he wasn't good, but like it was just kind of weird. It was just weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird game to watch, even on just Red Zone.
For sure.
Noted. All right. So the final matchup was actually, I think, the biggest point differential was Trace just blowing Paul out of the fucking water.
Welcome back to the league, Trace.
Good lord.
Stephon fucking Diggs, hot and down.
Stephon Diggs and Kelsey
Travis
too.
Kelce, god damn. Honestly, he could have started. Would you? So this is a weird one. Would you ever start Marvin Jones over Larry Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
On the road, yeah.
No,
It's
Jones.
not as good on the road, and it's the Rams. The Rams don't.
Yeah,
That's
that matchup itself says start this player,
suck.
but
And the Cardinals don't have a competent quarterback right now, and play
Yeah.
calling.
Oh, you have Geronimo too. Yeah, I would have started Geronimo over Larry. So whatever.
let's see what happened over here. Odell didn't show up to play football. Demarius Thomas got hurt. Royce
And
Freeman has
okay.
been replaced. Carlos Hyde did okay. Zach Ertz played good. Gronkowski got shut the fuck down. And the Minnesota defense is playing against Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah.
Oh, that game.
I think you don't have running backs. That's why you're starting Royce Freeman and Carlos Hyde. Okay, there's really not much I can tell you what to do with your lineup because it's actually trash. And
Drop the Jets defense.
And stop rostering two defenses.
Yes, don't do that. Yeah, especially
Isaiah
when you have Minnesota.
Crowell,
It's like,
touchdown
wait,
run.
You
what?
don't. Yeah, you're not gonna never not start him. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. And like they're not. You're not like by you rostering that defense. You're not taking away enough points from someone else. It doesn't matter. Like it's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal.
Yeah. Cool. So let's go to. I'm brain farting. Do we usually use future matchups or do we usually do?
Go to the weak stuff first.
Waiver, I think.
Waiver.
That doesn't-
Waiver.
My brain's mushy. I have been brain mushied.
I feel you on that one.
Where the fuck is its league transactions? Found it. It's okay. Our waivers went up. Damn, there's been a lot of moves. Waivers went up on what?
12th.
19th.
No. Yeah.
So it starts with Paul. Or
Start-
no, Greg. Sorry.
Starts with Greg dropping the vaunted Devontae Parker. Why he is still on a roster is beyond me. Dude, our waivers go through at 1:17 a.m. That's obnoxious.
Wasn't Devontae Parker a first round pick when he came out?
Yeah.
Probably.
That's why.
His quarterback is a game
Fine.
manager.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna give him
Parker's
a chance
trash.
until they cut him.
Devontae Parker's just trash. He picked up Dan Bailey though. You have a kicker now.
I'm not sure why he wasn't signed already.
Because he wasn't signing. He was refusing to go anywhere that didn't offer him. He's ring chasing. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kicker, you can do that. Like it doesn't really
Exactly.
matter.
If you're
Because
the
obviously,
second most accurate kicker in NFL history, you can certainly do that.
yeah.
We we have a Rex Burkhead drop for Matt Breida. That's good for me. Touchdown Jets. Fuck my life. Breida is the rushing leader this year, right? So far,
Technically, yeah.
he has the most amount of
it
rushing
was
yards.
one game pretty much.
But number one's still number one. But Rex Burkhead hasn't done shit, so that works for
Yeah.
me. I don't have any issue there. Dropping. Let's see. Next up is Mark. He dropped Rashad Penny and picked up Bryce Butler. It's a side grade for me. It doesn't one way or another. It doesn't really matter. Rashad Penny kind of is falling off to the wayside. Bryce
He's a
Butler,
Dallas fan, right?
yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Ryan dropped Ricky Seals Jones for Giovanni Bernard, stealing him from any kind of pickup that Joey could have made.
I had it wavered.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
But you did drop Alan Hearns and pick up Deshaun Jackson. That's not bad at this moment.
That's a good move.
It might
Because
be
worst case
good.
scenario, I can just sit on my bench and not do points against me. So
Yeah, that's
because all my wideouts are doing fine, like, so I can't complain.
it's not the worst thing. The next one up is me. I dropped Baltimore's defense and picked up Cleveland's defense.
Aggressive.
Yep. So far, the Jets have scored 1 touchdown, and I think Cleveland has 2 sacks or 1 sack. I don't know. That's called streaming defenses, boys. Words are hard. Mark also dropped Tyler Eifert, realizing that he made an awful mistake, and picked up OJ Howard, which is a side grade. So, yay. There's if anything of these moves stick out to you guys, say something. But there's too much going on. I dropped Sony. That hand scared me. I dropped Sony Michelle and picked up Keelan Cole. That catch was sick, so
Yes.
you can be on my bench. Dante Pettis got dropped for Mike Williams. I agree with that 100%. I'm not sure why Mike Williams wasn't rostered yet. Paul has dropped Eli Manning and picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick, even though I believe he's got Rodgers. So I don't get it. I don't get why you had 2 quarterbacks in the first place. Actually, you had 3 quarterbacks at once, so I'm not. That's why you're in 9th place. Chris dropped little Cooper Cup and hasn't picked anyone up else since then.
Well, that's because I had Josh Gordon on my IR, and now he's ineligible to be in that position, so that's why.
Okay.
Because I picked up Cooper Cup just to have a body there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's right.
Okay. Tariq Cohen dropped for Aaron Jones. Why was Aaron Jones on our fucking Jesus Christ?
I just need running back help
Someone
right now.
drafted him, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Nope.
I thought somebody did.
Yeah, me too. What a find. What a fucking find.
I don't know. I honestly don't know who the better back is in that field, but whatever.
Aaron Jones will turn out to be the better one, I think.
He's better than Tariq Cohen, so.
That's a true statement. Greg the Leg dropped for John Brown. I get it. You don't want to keep an injured kicker on your roster. That makes sense.
How long is Greg out for? Greg the Leg.
They're like anywhere
2
from
weeks.
2 to 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see the
It's
prognostication.
it's like a weird poll or something.
Yeah, it's weird. John Brown, I like to pick up. He should have been rostered a long time ago. Sterling Shepard dropped for Bilal Powell. I don't care. I dropped Tyrod for Matt Ryan.
I would do it.
Tyrod Taylor against the Jets defense doesn't sound like a good thing, so I'll start Matt Ryan against New Orleans.
You can stream quarterbacks, so it doesn't matter.
You're goddamn right I can. And that is it for transactions. So let's go to current matchups for this week.
This week's matchups.
I am
Matchups.
I am playing against Ryan here. Jarvis Landry needs to fucking do something.
Your Cleveland Deer got scored on. What happened?
Told you, Isaiah Crowell ran on touchdown. They blocked the Jets blocked a punt and then ran a fucking not good. Browns are doing Brown stuff. Anyways,
It's also Thursday night, and Thursday night games
are a shit show.
Tend to suck.
Yes. I'm projected to win by 10 points, even though Jarvis Landry is at 0. Man, he's got a lot of boom potential. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay game's probably going to be a slugfest, and he has Roethlisberger and Evans. The KC San Francisco game is probably going to be a slugfest. He's got Tyreek Hill. I might get my first loss this week. I think.
Depends if Kareem Hunt shows up. I mean, not really his fault, but
yeah, that's kind of
this could be the game where it's his turn to go off.
Loss this week. His 2 running backs are Chris Carson and Lamar Miller.
I think Lamar Miller has a good week this week.
I think
I hope he does.
Todd Gurley numbers versus the Chargers. I don't see you losing this at all. Even if Cleveland gets you -5 points, I don't see you losing this. I really don't. Your 1-2 punch there in the middle. Kareem Hunt could go off any week if Mahomes can't throw the ball.
Yeah, but when can Mahomes not throw the ball though?
And Matt Ryan's playing versus New Orleans. That's literally just going to be a shit show.
Hopefully,
Ryan's got to start Gio, so you would think Chris Carson's not gonna play him. So Gio has the potential to put up some points.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, Ryan, start Gio, whatever you do.
Ryan, bench all your players, whatever you do. That's about it. I've been looking at my lineup a lot. I don't really think I can make it any better. I was really sitting there thinking between Jarvis or Keenan Cole, and that might come back to bite me in my ass sticking with Jarvis, but alas. Next match up on my list here is Putting on the Fitz versus Broken Romo. Can Chris beat the number 1 seed who doesn't have a tight end starting yet? So we'll see if that gets figured out. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing yet as far as my final count goes. I don't really want to start AP. I don't really have much other choices. I don't know if I would start Sammy Watkins. I mean, he could blow up, but he also couldn't. It's more likely that he couldn't than he does, right?
Something like that.
So I'm kind of torn on my flex, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I need Devonta Freeman back in a hurry.
Yeah, he's kind of like an integral piece of your shit. Yes. Or the Ingram suspension to hurry up and be lifted.
One of them. Because that McKinnon injury hurt me, and now I don't have any fucking running backs.
Yeah, Mark needs to start a tight end. And let's see. Does he have anything else that's questionable over there?
He's got George Howard on his bench, so he's probably gonna start him.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. He probably just put the waiver move in and hasn't looked at it yet. You're kind of stuck. I mean, if Dalvin Cook plays or not, that's questionable.
I think he is. I think from what I read, he just cramped up in that last game, so I'm not really concerned with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the flex thing that I really don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know if I want to start Aaron Jones yet. I mean,
you start Josh Gordon in your flex. There's no fucking.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be limited.
You start Josh Gordon in your flex.
I don't think you do it this week. I think you do it next week.
Maybe next week. I don't know.
Because
a true Josh Gordon believer.
Knowing Bill Belichick, he's going to get 40% snaps. That's literally what happens every time he gets a new player. So, and then he'll hit him with 80, and then he might be out there every play, but we'll see.
Yeah, so to be determined.
TBD to Joey and Paul's, unless you have anything else to add here.
No, I was gonna say you might be able to take a flyer on Sammy Watkins. He looked a lot better last week. So
I don't have any questions with his talent or ability. It's just whether or not he gets the targets because they've got so many players on offense to get the ball to.
oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm not saying that's for sure. But yeah, I'm just
The other
looking
top
at it.
weapons.
Yeah, 100%. So wow, Chris Wawa is already getting some points for him.
Yeah, the Jets are moving the ball pretty easily.
Darnold likes Anunwa.
It really does. Let's see here, Joey. Take us through, man. How you feeling about your matchup here with the ninth
Both
ranked
of my
player?
starting running backs are hurt. That is all. I have to start what I have to start because Duke Johnson has not been doing anything.
Yeah, drop him.
Drop it for right now.
Drop him like he's hot.
Just as I was looking earlier, I was like, I can just drop him, but who? There's no one to pick up.
Yeah, I didn't even look to see who was available.
I don't even know what running backs are available. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about. Like, if Antonio Brown shows up, I win. If he doesn't, I lose. Like, that's just kind of how this works.
Yeah.
How this week's gonna work.
He's got Odell too. Odell can easily pop off.
Yeah.
Very easily.
It's very interesting.
I don't know. It's gonna be a weird week because, obviously Philip Lindsay's the one. They won't say it, but he's the one. But the problem is they have been iffy on offense, to be nice about it.
That's a good way to put it.
And barely won last week, so we'll see. If Case Keenum can get in a roll, I think Philip Lindsay will be essentially a McCoy replacement, like 15 to 20 a week, easy. But if they're not in a roll, well, he's just going to get probably like 100 yards, and that's about it. So we'll see. We shall see. I don't know. I don't think Ebron's going to have another touchdown and like 5 catches and 40 yards again. So it's going to be a weird week.
Tight ends are a nightmare right now.
Yeah, and the Patriots are going against Detroit, so Gronk's going to see the ball a shit ton probably. So
Gronk's going to put up 25.
Yeah, he's got a very good team.
Especially after getting shut out last week.
Are you really benching Aaron Rodgers for Ryan Fitzpatrick?
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's defense has been terrible, but still, I don't know if you can ever bench Aaron Rodgers.
I would never
ever
bench Aaron Rodgers. He has one leg, and he's better than 90% of the NFL. So
let's see how it turns out, shall we? That may be a wonderful discussion point for.
Don't get me wrong. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm all about the boy.
There's more points for Quincy.
I don't. Yeah, you just got red zone targeted. Oh well. Probably gonna lose, like I said. I've already kind of accepted it. My team's half hurt already. Typical start to my season.
A wonderful
Paul
start.
Drop the Jets defense.
Or start them. For good.
No, don't. No way.
All right.
No Bush, more Johnson, and your mom's tats.
Nope, he's already got Mahomes in there. Smart man.
Look at him turning things around. He's got Fournette in his roster.
Sanu, he's there.
He's got Ajayi in his flex position, so it can easily be swapped out. I'm liking the new Steve. The new Steve isn't winning very many games of fantasy football, but at least he's being proactive with his roster. Anyways,
I think you should drop Spencer Ware and Mohamed Sanu and get anybody else.
Yeah, but if he just sits on Ware and then let's say Kareem Hunt goes down, though, that's a 1. That's a very decent one.
Yeah, I guess, but you could say that about a lot of players.
Yeah, but who's he going to pick up? Like, I know Yeldon's wait a minute. Why are you handcuffing yourself with Yeldon, Steve? Drop Ware and grab Yeldon. Handcuff yourself.
There you go. Perfect.
Or I'm going to steal him from you, and then you're going to be real sad.
Or pick up Isaiah Crowell, because he might have a second rushing touchdown on the night here.
Don't do that. That's my running back. Don't touch it.
Let's see here. Looking at the matchup, though, besides the point, Mahomes, I like Mahomes over Watson. I like Keenan over Cooks. I like Cobb over Stills. I like Saquon Barkley over DJ. I like CMC over Fournette. It's actually really even. This actually might be one of the closer games of the touchdown Jets. Isaiah Crowell, motherfucker.
Browns defense.
Yeah. Apparently they can't stop the run.
Did they drop Zane Gonzalez by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Okay, I thought that I've been busy this week. I haven't been paying attention to too much, so wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eric, I think, but Eric has like this weird floor for his team, and Steve's got this weird ceiling for his team. Like if Steve's team's hits, no one's gonna stop it. But not sure, man. I don't feel confident about it. You guys have anything to say? I think the rosters look fine.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing to say.
Nothing at all. Not even about your dearest boy, Eric.
Eric just beat me, so go Steve.
Fair enough. Final matchup. Hooked on a Thielen versus Victoria's Secret. A one-on-one slugfest here.
I don't understand having Powell over Crowell.
Eh. It's a 50-50 timeshare.
He's actually not having a bad game. He's got
No,
41 rush
he's
yards,
not.
so
I feel like, but
has
yeah,
got
but
touchdowns.
Crowell's been red zone this entire season.
actually decent back. He was just on the Browns.
So was Terrence West, but now he's nowhere. So there's that.
Fair enough. Looking at this matchup. Looking at benches. I don't see anything that's too concerning. I would maybe swap Marvin Jones for Fitzy this time around, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know if I would start Powell over Collins, even though Collins hasn't quite worked out yet. I mean, he's the best running back they have. He'll eventually get his. I don't know what the hell Baltimore's doing, but
That's
I'm pretty
true.
I'm pretty confident in that.
I would also start Peyton Barber over Deion Lewis. I like the same person. So
No
Deion
way.
didn't see the ball at all last week.
Deion's playing in Jacksonville too.
But Peyton Barber sucks.
Yeah, but it's Pittsburgh's defense, which is fucking terrible for some reason.
Peyton Barber sucks.
Is he that bad?
He's not
he's
great.
that bad. Gave up Muscle Hamster for some reason. Still confused, but whatever.
They drafted a running back that's
here.
not looking good right now.
No, Rojo, the healthy scratch Rojo.
Yeah.
Because the people in Minnesota like to talk shit about Green Bay. Trace is a Minnesota fan too, though. Whoever's in my division, if either one of you are into my division, you should lose. That's how I feel about this matchup. It's another close one. There's nothing outstandingly outclassed, in my opinion. His wide receivers are better, but you have Kamara, so that's like.
Oh, neither one of these guys are in our division.
Fantastic. This matchup means nothing to me.
So tie.
Tie.
Yeah, tie.
Yeah, we need a tie. We need a
I'd actually be
fractional.
okay with a tie.
What if there's another tie this week?
A fractional scoring tie.
Dude, that happened to me and Eric last season.
That's true.
The worst thing I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, that looks like that's it for this week. I guess bad luck to everyone besides me, like always. Do you guys have anything to say in closing?
I mean, we can talk about actual football, like that Packers game that turned to
I don't want to talk about that.
worst call of all time. That was actually, I think, almost as bad as the Seattle call was a couple years ago, to be honest.
The Golden Tate touchdown with the replacement refs.
That's terrible.
That was fucking
This
crazy.
is just like a trigger me fest. Let's get off this topic. But let's look at the yeah. I mean, that's about it right now. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3 undefeated teams in the league so far. I'm playing Ryan, so long story short, there's at the very least we're only gonna have 2 undefeated teams left at the end of this week if Mark beats Chris. So that's interesting enough. But that's it for me, guys. I don't have anything else to say. We will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Bye bye. And bye bye.